You've got a story, you've got a purpose, but if you're waiting for permission, you're already too late. Every minute you hold back, someone else is rising. Stop overthinking, start doing.
So open your After Effects. First, head on the new composition and to select these edits. Okay, so we like set up our background. Now, as you can see with the starting animation, this book is coming. So on the right, and this text is coming with HTTP. So where you can get these 3D books. I'm going to hit on P and go ahead 1 second and bring this to the center. Okay. And then I'll select both of these, press F9 to easy in, easy ease, and then drag this to the left. Okay. So as you can see, you have got that animation, but it is turning also. So what we can do is just go here, hit R, open rotation keyframes, and select Y rotation and turn it. Then down here and make it 0. And select this too, and I will drag to the left. Okay, let's give it more turn. Okay, now as you can see, the text is there. You have got the story. Okay, so I'll just bring in my new text and write. Okay, make it small, pop it over here, select black, okay, to write this text. Now as you can see, the animation is coming one by one up. Okay, so actually I've got a preset for that. I will give it to you in the description. You can use it in After Effects. So I'll just add in my preset. Select this. Okay, let me just make this in the start. Okay, so we have done the first animation. Now the arrow is coming from the right and going inside this. So what we can do is, first I will select everything and make them 3D layers. Okay, don't make the background 3D layer, except that make everything 3D. Then I will bring in my arrow rotate it like this, bring it out of the frame. So after this comes in, the text is over. So hit on the arrow, okay, and what you can do is hit P for position keyframe, hit on the keyframe, go ahead and drag it to the right. Okay, now at 9 like this. So the scene will look something like this. Okay, but as you can see here, the seam is going to the right. Okay, and then we have to do that. So what we can do is I'll hit right and go to new and bring a camera. Okay, see these settings, and then I'll hit another new and bring a null object. Then I will take the parent link and put it on the null object. Then after this part is over, I'll just hit on the null object. First I'll make everything 3D. Hit P, open position, go ahead and drag the scene to the left. Okay, and you can see the arrow is also moving, so we need to move the arrow. Okay, but for now, drag the scene to the left, hit F9, drag it to the left. Okay. Now I'll just open my arrow, okay, and drag this keyframe here and name the position date here. Let me just open scale also and make this small. Okay, now I will just bring my bold, archery bold. Okay, as you can see, this is not a 3D object, it's 2D, but I have a plugin, okay, which also I will provide it in the description. Just head on to script and I will enable my plugin, which is the 3D extruder plugin. Okay, if you want, you can head on to Motion Nations and he will give it. I will give it in the description, so don't worry. Then I will while selecting this, okay, and hit extrude. Okay, let me keep this aside, and as you can see here, if I rotate it now, it has become 3D. Okay, so I'll just place it like this, make the scaling bigger, pull it down. Okay, hit P to open position frame and send it back in the x-axis. Oh, so this will be a first scene, and let me select the arrow, take U to open its e-print properties, and I'll move this to the right more, so it's as if it's hitting the center. Okay, so let's see our first scene. First scene is okay, over. Now it's written you have got the purpose, then it will go down. Okay, so let me just write the text also. Just hit Ctrl D to copy the first text. Okay, and then we'll bring this around here. when this comes. So around here I will bring it. Hit U to see its properties, and I'll select this and drag it here. Let me see the text. So first time to change the text to purpose. So I'll just delete this and write purpose, and then make it in the center code. Now again the scene will go down. Okay, so after this I just again hit on my null. Okay, hit U to open its key bricks. Okay, so this null is of the archery which we made by using 3D extruder. So go and select this, just hit enter and rename it as archery in the extrude null, so you don't misplace this. So this is our camera null. Okay, and after it is done, and again get position keyframe and go ahead, and now I'll drag this down. Okay, so let's see the animation. Okay, so after it goes down, but if you are waiting for permission and then this tick mark, let's do that. Again I will just copy this text and when this here, put it up like this. Okay, let me bring the keyframes closer so the animation is faster. And then let's do the tick animation. For that I will just select my pen tool over here. While selecting the stroke, I will decrease the value. Then I will click here like this and make a tick, and now increase the stroke. Yes. Now select this and click this stroke and select linear gradient. Okay, and here I will select this bluish color, and in the end I will select white, so you will get this. Okay, now I'll just drag these two handles, so we have got this Okay, now I can just hit Control Alt Pome to make the anchor point in center and reduce the scaling. I'll head on to effects and presets, and then I will search for drop shadow. Then drop shadow and put it on the shade layer. Now increase the opacity a bit, distance a bit, and softness. Okay, Now got the animation part. As soon, let me first make it a 3D layer and bring it over here. Okay, so remember when you have made this, okay, this animation, this book animation, after that what you can do is just select the book, okay, this one, hit Control Shift and C to open this decompose layer, and I'll write here book, and then I will hit OK. Then I will go here to 3D renderer and make it classic 3D. Okay, I'll head on to effects and preset, select tint, break this and put it on the book. So it, just with the background, I will select this color and hit this. So it becomes, the book becomes a bit bluish. Okay, now I'll select my this tick and head on to add, trim paths, open this. Okay, so when this comes down somewhere around here, I'll hit this keyframe and keyframe and drag this to 0. Go ahead and drag it to 100. Now I select both of these, take F9, select this handles and drag it to the right. Okay. Let me just bring this more ahead. Yeah. So till now our animation is looking at this. Okay. After this, the scene will go behind and fade out, and the next scene will come. Okay. So for that, let's do it. First, I'll select this shape layer and select the text also. Okay, hit T on both of them to open opacity. Click the opacity keyframes, go ahead and again hit T. Now I'll go into the first keyframes and again while holding shift I will press E. Now select position, go to the end and make it go back. Okay, and at the end also decrease the opacity to 0. So this will be the animation. Press F9 and smoothen it out. Okay, let me just select the end keyframes and drag it out so the smooth animation is there. Okay, now to break the next seam, I'll again head on to my project, and this time I will bring my clock image. Okay, first I will hand extrude, so making it 3D. Then and hit R up to open rotation and just turn it at this. With the help of scale key press, I'll make it small. Okay, just place them in a more professional or aesthetic manner. Okay, now I'll just make this combine fill again and select this Okay, now as you can see the placements. Okay, I click one here, hit Ctrl D to copy it, and I put one here, hit R for rotation, and rotate it like this. Okay, now what we have to do is, when this goes back, okay, let me just bring my camera and the layer to the top. So first what we'll do is, I'll just select all these 4, hit P, and bring this all forward, which means out of the plane. Okay, now when this scene comes, okay, and when it is going behind, at that time I will just select my this null, camera null, again hit U, edition, go and drag the scene back. So it will get somewhat like this. Okay, as you can see, there is still this animation is there because it was present, so we can remove that. Just select this, see where it is, and adjust it by hitting Alt and right bracket, and also the text. I cut this text also by hitting Alt and right bracket. Now I'll select this arrow. Okay, and the arrow also. We'll get the scene. Okay, the clocks are coming. Okay, so till now let's see what we have created. Okay, as you can see, the clocks are coming. Okay, here in the scene you don't want that, so I'll just clip all the clock images and drag them forward, because you want them from here. Oh, so the clocks will come again. You can write the text, it's not difficult. And for this part, okay, this part first we will design. Okay, so as I just goes back, I will just again hit down U by selecting the camera null, set position key again, go to the right and drag this. Okay, and see, you have got this again. This was the starting scene, so we need to delete this. So I just select this. Okay, and I cut it from here. Okay, so when this scene goes, now first we'll design it. So I'll just select my ellipse tool. Okay, first make sure nothing is selected. Now I'll select my ellipse tool, make the stroke none, select plane and make it white. Okay, while pressing shift, just make a circle. Okay, now I'll just select the sample, hit Control Alt Comb to bring the anchor point in the center. Now in right click layer styles, and then we can select inner shadow. Okay, now while selecting inner shadow, just open this, increase the size a bit, make the color to blue. Okay, and we can increase the noise a bit. Okay, now I'll just add select again this EDITS tool, thin pellet to black, then while holding shift and hit the eyes. Copy this eye image and place it here. Okay, now I'll connect this pen tool and select stroke, make it black, hit the filter lens. Now make a face over here, decrease the stroke to somewhat around 2. Now bring it somewhere around here. Okay, and now we can just assign cement pen tool. Okay, but first we have to deselect everything. Now select pen tool. Now we make a shape by selecting white fill and disabling stroke. Okay, I know the shade is not perfect, okay, but we make do with this. I will just bring it down a bit, hit R to make it properly aligned. Now I'll do the same thing. Okay, just select my face image, just head on to layer styles, copy the layer styles, and now paste it over here. Okay, so you can see we have called that person. Okay, in this. Okay, and just use a lighter, if you want to make it more dark, you can make it, no problem. Now just select everything or make it a compound layer and make it 3D. I'll just bring the 3D layer here. It has token of scale properties and make the scaling big. Okay, now you have to make like this. Okay, more, so make 4 more. To make that, just hit Control D. Now as you can see in the animation, this comes and then this goes in the back. Okay, so you can do the text. Okay, text I'll not do, this animation only I'm doing. So now what you can do is, when the scene comes, okay, let me just go behind. As you can see, the head is coming about, so I can just hit U to open my null and just make it a bit more. Okay, yeah. Then now I can just go to the next frame and select all these 3 and give the whole scene step aside of this. And just cut it at this point because we don't need it here. Move it forward. Okay. Then when this comes, you can just select this one, hit P for opening position, go ahead and make it go back. Hit ignite VBEs and drag it to the net. So you will get this animation. No? But let's see it again. It's fast, so we just drag this plastic thing. Yeah, it is going back. Now after that, the whole scene will go back and become blurred, and then this will come. Stop overthinking. After this, hit the U on this null. Then go ahead and drag it to the back. Okay. So it will look something like this. What another thing you can do is, as you don't build the clocks now, so just select all the clock and hit 40 plus type bracket, so it will cut. Okay, now we need to bring one effect. Before that, hit new adjustment layer. Okay, head on here like Boolean blur and increase the blur. Okay, now I'll make this come here. So should start from over here. I'll just hit blurriness, make it 0 in the start. Go ahead and increase it. Now hit the boo. Apply to VCEs. And when the scene has become blurred, okay, then I'll bring in a cylinder. Okay, first I will head on to him and then hit blue and open P for properties. Sorry, not P. I will open up S for scale, and I'll link this by hitting this and increase the size. Okay, well, like this. Let's see the animation. As you can see, it's coming up. Okay, and the brain is rotating. So just hit S, trim it. So when this goes back from here, in this keyframe here, go ahead and then hit the keyframe, go back and decrease this. But first, I just hit Y and bring your alter point below. Okay. Okay, I'll extend the whole scene down. Now F9. Okay, and then you can bring a brain image over here and what is there else. Okay, and then write the text. Okay, with that it's over, and this again in the end the same thing. Okay, so with that the animation is over. Let's have a look. Okay. See me in the next video.